Hello, my loves, and welcome back. Have you ever wondered how animal communication works? Do you wish that you could ask your cat a question and receive the answer back from them? In this video, I'm going to share with you my really simple yet effective 3-step technique, the ABC, to enable you to connect with your cat. If you haven't already subscribed to the Naturally Cats YouTube channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button along with the bell to get notifications of my new content so you can help your cat with every video. I used to dream that I could hear what my cat Pickle wanted to say, how she was feeling, what she needed to feel better. She was very poorly, and a lot of the time I really struggled not knowing if what I was doing was the best thing, the right thing for her, and whether it was actually helping. I also struggle with Leo and baby Max, my 2 current cats, wondering if I'm giving them all that they need, wondering if things could be different. So I've brought together this simple technique that allows me and will also allow you to connect with your cat. So it's called the ABC of cat communication. So let's dive in. So the first point is A, and it's a moment of stillness. Now, this may seem really simple, yet trust me, it can actually be the most difficult step. So our heads, our brain, our mind is usually really, really busy, thinking of things we haven't done, things we need to do, things we should do, things we want to do, stuff today, stuff from yesterday, stuff for tomorrow. And it holds a lot up there. It holds a lot to keep us going day to day. What can also happen is that we hold on to things from the past, trauma, pain, difficult experiences, and we also worry about the future. What's coming up? Will our cats get poorly? We're going away, or whatever it may be. So a lot happens up in our heads. And that's not where you're going to connect with your cat. You're going to connect with them through your heart space. So in order to start to get you going from here down into here, you need to create some stillness. And it's not just sitting in a moment of stillness, it's creating stillness. So it's putting your phone in a different room. It's telling family or whoever it is that you live with that you're creating quiet time. It's turning off distractions. It's making sure you won't be interrupted. And then it's sitting with yourself. It's sitting with yourself and your body in that moment. Now, for some people, stillness is actually quite uncomfortable. I've got people in the Become a Soul-Led Cat Guardian program who said to me when they started, they were fearful of stillness because they were worried what was going to come in, how it was going to feel, what they were going to experience. Again, all thoughts and all valid from the mind, from the head. So to create the space to connect with your cat is about creating that stillness. It might be that you want to do a meditation before you have that stillness. You might want to journal. You might want to move your body, whatever works for you. But it's about creating that stillness within your head and your body. So taking time to sit down in a quiet space. A lot of people close their eyes. I still now close my eyes before I connect with my boys. I look up there because their photos are up there. And I come into my body with my breath. And creating that stillness just means allowing whatever needs to come in to come in. So closing your eyes and noticing. In that stillness, what is happening for you? Is your head thinking about things you need to do? Is your heart racing? Is your body physically uncomfortable? Just notice. Just notice. And then that brings me on to the second point, which is your breath. So you've seen me take a couple of deep breaths as I'm even talking to you about preparing to connect with your cat. And the breath really helps you to anchor into your body, okay? So you create that moment of stillness. You're sat on the chair, the bed, or wherever it may be. You're aware of what's going on in your head, what's coming up in your body, and then it's time to connect with your breath. So taking a nice deep breath in and all the way out, nice and slow. And doing that a couple of times, what you'll notice is that your physical body will change. Your shoulders will drop, your tummy muscles will relax. You may notice that your brow or your jaw soften. And again, the breath can help you if your mind is racing. So if you are in that space of stillness and your mind is going absolutely off the charts with thoughts and noise and chatter, just keep breathing. Focus on the breath coming in and the breath going out. It might take you a few minutes, and that's okay. You don't have to do this instantaneously. And it's also like it's a muscle. It's going to need potentially to be practiced and for you to continue to work with it. What you will notice that the more that you do this, the calmer the mind will get. Okay. So start off with just being open and seeing what happens. Don't set a timer. Don't necessarily limit yourself to 3 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes of stillness. That's just going to give your head reason to doubt and fear and create all these kind of crazy thoughts for you. So creating that stillness, taking that breath. And the two are actually really deeply connected, because when you find the stillness, there's not really much else to do but breathe. Yes, you are being, and that kind of comes naturally. But if you can shift from being aware of what's going on in you, you can then notice your breath. You can notice where it's coming in the body. Can you feel it coming through the nose or the throat? Are you aware of the shoulders and the body rising and falling? So just taking that time to simply connect with yourself is really the first part of connecting with your cat. You're not going to be able to connect with them if you're on your phone, if you're distracted, if there's noise and any form of input around you, because it's easy to be distracted and it's easy for the mind to continue to focus on that distraction. So a lot of the time, people in the Soul-Led Guardian program, and even when I was doing this a few years ago, I thought, notice my word thought, that I could do it when I could fit the time in. And what I realized is that that's not the way it works. And there are times even now when I will create my stillness, I will connect with my breath, and I cannot connect with my boys because there's other stuff going on. So I'd love to know how this is resonating for you so far. Come into the comments below and let me know. Have you tried to sit in stillness? Like, how was that for you? Did you find it quite uncomfortable, or did you really enjoy it? There is no right or wrong way to step into cat communication or animal communication. It's about taking action and taking those steps. So creating the stillness may actually be something that is difficult for you, but yet needed. Okay. And it might be that you do that for a while, a few days, a few weeks, only you know, my love, how long it takes for you to be comfortable in that stillness. And then, like I said, bring in the breath. Again, just sitting with it, allowing it to flow, noticing it coming in and going out, being aware of what's going in with your body and what happens when it goes out. Allowing your attention to simply be on your breath. And then the last point, so the ABC, a moment of stillness, breath, and then the third step is connection. And I bet you're sitting there like, well, how on earth do I do that, Julianne? And I'm going to tell you how, don't worry. There are different ways to connect with your cat. Different options work for different people. Some people like to use a picture and connect and look at the picture of their cat, feel into their essence, and then start to write with them. That's one of the ways that I will do it at times. Sometimes I just sit with a photo of my cats and just feel in my body, feel into their essence, feel the love between us. One of the ways that I was taught when I trained in animal communication many, many years ago was about visualizing a beam of light from my heart and the cat's heart. So whether that's a picture, whether you work with them straight in front of you, and this beam of light between the two of us, I would then shrink down to a really, really tiny mini me. I would travel along the beam of light and I would sit in the cat's heart space or in their head, whichever works for you. So there's a bit of visualization needed here. And it's about coming into the vibration and the frequency of your cat. Now, whether you need to do that through visualization, coming into their head or into their heart, whether you do that through a picture and you see if you can sense and feel their frequency, It doesn't matter how you do it. It's about being open to doing it. Okay. And once you're there, once you're with that picture or you're in the teeny tiny you in the cat, start to ask questions. Just notice again what you feel. Maybe you feel different, a change in your body, maybe words or images or smells come through. All of this will depend on how you need to receive the information and what your cat has to share with you. But the most important part for this, for Connect, is about trusting in yourself, trusting what comes through, connecting with you, which is why we've done the stillness and the breath to connect into yourself so that you can then connect with your cat. So you might want to have a pen and paper handy so you can write down anything that you experience and keep practicing, keep doing it. It took me a couple of years. I only really connected with Pickle towards the end of having time with her. My capacity to connect with cats has come on a lot more since having Leo and baby Max. And now I can sit here, I could close my eyes and I could connect with them. But it hasn't always been that way. And there are times when I'm quite stressed or there's a lot going on or one of them seems to be sick or anxious or, I'm anxious. And I can't just drop into my heart space like that. I need to use the picture. I do visualize myself going into them. I do need to have that kind of method to connect in with them. So be easy. Take it easy on yourself. Don't be hard on yourself. Okay? Notice whatever comes up. Notice what comes through and just keep practicing. Be open to it. The best way that you can connect with your cat is by believing that you can. Okay? So create that stillness, notice what comes up and work with that. Connect in with your breath, allow it to anchor you into the stillness. And then take the time to connect with your cat in whichever way that may be. Make notes of what you experience. Believe that you can do it. Hey, if I can do it, you can do it. Okay. And if you'd like more support to be able to connect with your cat, consider coming to join me for the Become a Soul-Led Cat Guardian program. I work with empaths who are anxious and have an anxious cat. And I help people to come out of their heads, to come into their hearts, to receive the essence and souls and wisdom of their cats. So I'll drop a link below. And if you'd like to hop on a call with me to hear more about it, I'd love to connect with you. And if you're having trouble with the ABC, with the C part of this, with the connection, be sure to check out my video, Activate Your Intuition to Connect with Your Cat. Hopefully it'll help you to anchor in that belief a little bit more. And it's also got practical tips to help you connect with your cat. So thank you for watching and I will see you in the next video.